So we have a limited number of potential spots for a very large number of candidates. And so as it turns out, the hiring process is one of almost exclusion as opposed to inclusion. Every one of the candidates that we sit and speak with as young candidates for positions in law are more than competent, more than able to fulfill the role of a lawyer at our law firm. That is almost assumed.
After you leave your round of interviews, callback interviews, the people who interviewed you, many of whom will be on the hiring committee. They may tell you that, they may not. Many of them will be on the hiring committee. Those folks will all evaluate you. At Jones Day, we do it. Everyone handwrites an evaluation on you. There's different elements that we're grading, if you will. And then we will meet during heavy recruiting season. We'll meet twice a week to talk about candidates. And it's all a relative perspective. You may be an outstanding candidate, but you may be among many incredibly outstanding candidates. And so that process may or may not work in your favor. And then we try our very best to get back to people as quickly as possible. If you are not hearing back from the law firm that you're interested in and that you're interviewing with, I would not be afraid to call them and say, hey, I'm just checking in. I really am still interested in working for you, and I know you have a process that you're working through, but I was just curious as to where you are in the process. But be patient as well, because the law firms are, depending on where your law school fits in the fall recruiting process, you may understand that you interviewed very early on. Someone may at the law school decided that was good for you, and that's fine. But there may be other interviews that are taking place 2 weeks after you, and they can't make a decision on the early interviews until they have the later ones. So just be patient, and don't be afraid to call and ask how things are going. But in our firm, that's exactly how it works. We'll have those meetings, we'll discuss the candidates, and we'll try to make our decisions really quickly.